Quiero el resto de esos. Join us on a rigorous step-by-step journey to fluency. I'm Timothy, and this is LearnCraft Spanish. Today, we're going to learn a few abstract nouns that refer to amounts or parts of something, such as half, average, and length. Let's start with the word for rest, which is resto. This specifically refers to the remainder of a quantity of something. So, for example, what did you do with the rest of the water?
¿Qué hiciste con el resto del agua?
And now let's revisit the word largo, which we've already learned as an adjective to mean long. For example, this thing is too long for me.
Esta cosa es muy larga para mí.
So as an adjective, largo changes based on the gender of the thing it's describing. But largo is also a masculine noun to mean length. For example, can you tell me the length of your bed?
¿Puedes decirme el largo de tu cama?
Let's practice resto and largo. I have 20 and you have the rest.
Tengo 20 y tú tienes el resto. Tengo 20 y tú tienes el resto.
If we get there, we'll see the length of the place.
Si llegamos ahí, veremos el largo del lugar. Si llegamos ahí, veremos el largo del lugar.
I want the rest of those.
Quiero el resto de esos. Quiero el resto de esos.
The length of this street is better than the rest.
El largo de esta calle es mejor que el resto. El largo de esta calle es mejor que el resto.
When he gets home, we'll talk about the rest of the movie.
Cuando él llegue a casa, hablaremos del resto de la película. Cuando él llegue a casa, hablaremos del resto de la película.
Now let's learn a few words that refer to things related to the middle or half of something. The word for half is mitad. This is a feminine noun. So, for example, that's only half of what he wants.
Eso es solo la mitad de lo que quiere.
Note that in Spanish we're saying la mitad, literally the half, even though in English we tend to leave off the article. Try it yourself in this next example. She gave me half of her things.
Ella me dio la mitad de sus cosas.
Our next word is media, which actually means quite a few different things in Spanish. We'll start with the most formal meaning, which is average. So, for example, the average of all these numbers is 17.
La media de todos estos números es 17.
But it's also used to refer to clock times, where it specifically indicates that the time is half past an hour. You'd specifically use it like this. It's 11:30.
Son las 11:30.
So literally, there are 11 and media. Here, media really has no literal translation into English except as something like half past. Let's practice using la mitad to mean half and media to mean both average and half past. The average this week was 19.
La media esta semana fue 19. La media esta semana fue 19.
I only want half of your food.
Solo quiero la mitad de tu comida. Solo quiero la mitad de tu comida.
It's 3:30.
Son las 3:30. Son las 3:30.
Half of 16 is 8.
La mitad de 16 son 8. La mitad de 16 son 8.
I'm looking for the average of these numbers.
Busco la media de estos números. Busco la media de estos números.
I'll see you at 7:30.
Nos vemos a las 7:30. Nos vemos a las 7:30.
All right, we have just 2 words left to learn, and they're both related to words you already know. The first one is baja, which means something like drop or loss, or even a casualty. As you can probably tell, this is related to the word bajo, which can mean under or short or low. As a noun, here are a few ways that baja can be used. There were a lot of losses this year.
Hubo muchas bajas este año.
After last week's drop, we haven't had any more.
Después de la baja de la semana pasada, no hemos tenido más.
There were very few casualties.
Hubo muy pocas bajas.
Our last word is el orden, a masculine noun that means order. This is a surprising word because we've already learned the feminine noun la orden to mean the order, as in a command to do something. But this masculine noun is a different word, and it means order in terms of how things are arranged. For example, I don't know the order of these numbers.
No sé el orden de estos números.
This noun is involved in the idiom en orden, which means in order, just like in English. For example, I'm going to put these things in order.
Voy a poner estas cosas en orden.
Let's practice baja and orden. I'm also going to throw in 1 or 2 uses of la orden so that you can practice choosing between the 2 translations of order. We arrived in order because we weren't looking for anything.
Llegamos en orden porque no estábamos buscando nada. Llegamos en orden porque no estábamos buscando nada.
The order he gave was the reason for the drop.
La orden que dio fue la razón de la baja. La orden que dio fue la razón de la baja.
The order isn't important for him. He is 16.
El orden no es importante para él. Tiene 16 años. El orden no es importante para él. Tiene 16 años.
The drop is because of the order of the numbers.
La baja es por el orden de los números. La baja es por el orden de los números.
For more practice with any of this, feel free to dig deeper at lcspodcast.com/154. Or if you're ready, let's go on to today's final quiz. He only gave me $18. He'll give me the rest tomorrow.
Solo me dio $18. Me dará el resto mañana. Solo me dio $18. Me dará el resto mañana.
If he does it again, I'm going to give him only half of the money.
Si vuelve a hacerlo, solo voy a darle la mitad del dinero. Si vuelve a hacerlo, solo voy a darle la mitad del dinero.
I'm going to give you the rest of the things in order.
Te voy a dar el resto de las cosas en orden. Te voy a dar el resto de las cosas en orden.
If I arrive at 7:30 again, she is going to go crazy.
Si vuelvo a llegar a las 7:30, va a volverse loca. Si vuelvo a llegar a las 7:30, va a volverse loca.
In this one, you're talking to a group of people. Come back, or we'll be only 17 people.
Vuelvan, o solo seremos 17 personas. Vuelvan, o solo seremos 17 personas.
He hasn't arrived because there was a loss.
No ha llegado porque hubo una baja. No ha llegado porque hubo una baja.
He is looking for this month's average.
Busca la media de este mes. Busca la media de este mes.
He doesn't want me to know the length of the bed again.
No quiere que vuelva a saber el largo de la cama. No quiere que vuelva a saber el largo de la cama.
Are you looking for the average? It's 18.
¿Buscas la media? Es 18. ¿Buscas la media? Es 18.
The drop is yet to come.
La baja está por venir. La baja está por venir.
He came back yesterday and she'll come back tomorrow. They arrive in order.
Él volvió ayer y ella volverá mañana. Llegan en orden. Él volvió ayer y ella volverá mañana. Llegan en orden.
Don't do that again or I'm going to go crazy.
No vuelvas a hacer eso o voy a volverme loco. No vuelvas a hacer eso o voy a volverme loco.
I want them to tell me the length of the street again.
Quiero que me vuelvan a decir el largo de la calle. Quiero que me vuelvan a decir el largo de la calle.
He didn't arrive on time, so she doesn't want him to come back.
Él no llegó a tiempo, entonces ella no quiere que vuelva. Él no llegó a tiempo, entonces ella no quiere que vuelva.
I hope you don't have a drop again.
Espero que no vuelvas a tener una baja. Espero que no vuelvas a tener una baja.
In this one, use a formal voice. Come back. Our 17 friends are about to get here.
Vuelva, nuestros 17 amigos están por llegar. Vuelva, nuestros 17 amigos están por llegar.
Go back. You have to look for the rest.
Vuelve, tienes que buscar el resto. Vuelve, tienes que buscar el resto.
She has put the things in order again.
Ha vuelto a poner las cosas en orden. Ha vuelto a poner las cosas en orden.
The order is first 19, then 20.
El orden es primero 19, luego 20. El orden es primero 19, luego 20.
Look for the other half. We don't have the rest.
Busca la otra mitad. No tenemos el resto. Busca la otra mitad. No tenemos el resto.
The order gave us an average of 10.
El orden nos dio una media de 10. El orden nos dio una media de 10.
Get here before 6:30, please.
Llega antes de las 6:30, por favor. Llega antes de las 6:30, por favor.
He wants me to arrive at 2:30.
Quiere que yo llegue a las 2:30. Quiere que yo llegue a las 2:30.
In this one, you're talking to a group of people. You have to go back in order.
Tienen que volver en orden. Tienen que volver en orden.
The length of this place is half of the other place.
El largo de este lugar es la mitad del otro lugar. El largo de este lugar es la mitad del otro lugar.
He never arrives on time.
Nunca llega a tiempo. Nunca llega a tiempo.
For more practice with all of this, go to lcspodcast.com/154 or tune in tomorrow for a big quiz to practice everything we've learned this week. This show is brought to you by LearnCraftSpanish.com. The Spanish voice in this episode was our coach Jimena Lama Rondon. Our music was performed by the Seattle Marimba Quartet, and I'm Timothy, encouraging you to do the hard work of learning Spanish. Acquiring a second language is one of the most fulfilling things you can do, so start your fluency journey today at lcspodcast.com.